Apple claims that an ex-employee stole Apple Watch trade secrets for Oppo. Bluesky blocked Mississippi due to its new age verification law. And Google tested QR code verification for text messages. It's Monday, August 25th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Apple is going after another one of its previous employees for allegedly sharing trade secrets with a new employer. Apple's lawsuit listed Chen Shi, a former employee who worked on the Apple Watch team along with Oppo, as defendants, claiming they conspired to steal Apple's trade secrets. Now, according to the lawsuit, Shi worked as a sensor system architect for the Apple Watch from January 2020 through June 2025, but was seeking employment with Oppo as early as April of this year. Apple claimed that its former employee did not disclose that he was leaving to join Oppo and instead said he was going back to China to look after his elderly parents and didn't have any plans to find a new job. However, the lawsuit said that she set up and attended dozens of one-on-one meetings with Apple Watch team members to learn about their work on optical sensors, temperature sensors, and ECG sensors. In the lawsuit, she allegedly downloaded 63 files from one of Apple's protected folders and transferred the material to a USB drive before searching the internet for how to wipe out a MacBook and can somebody see if I've opened a file on a shared drive? Along with these claims, Apple said in the lawsuit that she sent a message to his future Oppo employers that he would collect as much information as possible about Apple's health sensing technologies. Oppo has since provided a statement to MacRumors about Apple's lawsuit, claiming that it has found no evidence establishing any connection between these allegations and the employee's conduct during his employment at Oppo. The company's statement also said that Oppo has not misappropriated Apple's trade secrets. Now, it is not the first time that Apple has taken legal action against one of its former employees. Earlier this summer, the company sued a design engineer alleging that he stole trade secrets about the Vision Pro and shared them with his new employer, Snap. Users with Mississippi IP addresses can no longer access the Bluesky app. The decentralized social media network has explained in a post that Mississippi's new age verification law for social networks would fundamentally change how it operates, and it wouldn't be possible to comply with its small team and limited resources. Bluesky says that while it does follow the UK's Online Safety Act, it works very differently from Mississippi's approach to age verification. In the UK, it's only required to check for a user's age if they're accessing certain content and features. In Mississippi, however, it cannot allow anyone to access its service at all unless they hand over sensitive data proving how old they are. Further, the platform will be required to keep track of which users are children under 18, and it will be responsible for making sure those users will not be able to access harmful materials. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court decided not to intervene with the legislation, allowing it to go into effect. The service says it doesn't have the significant resources needed to be able to build the required verification systems, parental consent workflows, and compliance infrastructure. In addition, it could be penalized with up to $10,000 per user if the government finds it to be non-compliant. Because only big tech companies can afford the costs associated with those requirements, Bluesky says the dynamic entrenches existing big tech platforms while stifling the innovation and competition that benefits users. Bluesky will now show a note to any user accessing the service from Mississippi, telling them why it is no longer available in the state. Google is changing the way you confirm if contacts are legit. The company has begun rolling out a QR code to verify that the person you're communicating with is, in fact, who they say they are. That's according to a 9 to 5 Google report. The feature is currently available in beta. An end-to-end encryption card isn't anything new, really, but verifying the encryption meant seeing an 80-digit code that you could compare. Now, you'll still go to Google Messages, tap their name, and then go to their details page, but instead there will be an option to show your QR code or scan their code. Verify keys ensure only you and your contact can read the RCS messages you send each other. Now, the 80-digit comparison is still available if there is an issue with the QR code. Google first announced the new feature last October, stating, "We're creating a unified system for public key verification across different apps, which you can verify through QR code scanning or number comparison." At the time, it said the feature would be available on all Android 9 devices and newer. QR codes could be the new norm at Google. The company is also planning to switch SMS-based two-factor authentication on Gmail to QR codes. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and a whole lot more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Jackson Chen, Mariella Moon, and Sarah Fielding, and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more tech news from Engadget.